that's what I'm saying. It is collective effort. I don't want to use slavery is not good enough because we just condemn it. So I don't want to say we are slave to them. We are partners in this particular
game. You are not a partner. The guys have they decide whether you go to the house or not.
Yes, so we are partners. So you are partners. He decide that I should go, so and that make me a partner.
But
in
if
that
you don't
game.
have it, then what happens?
If you don't, you see, some time ago there was this lady that Victoria Hammer. That lady that was given some appointment, and later they said she was
Deputy
going to mobilize.
Communications Minister.
Yeah. She wrote on her Facebook that all of a sudden the demand on her has become so much. Where do the people think she's going to get this money from?
Speak the truth.
And who says I'm not speaking the truth? I'm just telling you.
You don't have it.
You tell the electorate you don't have it.
Yes.
Okay. You know something?
Oh, I should go and be an APC.
I don't want to say that.
Should I try this?
Maybe when you try and you revise your notes. But what I'm saying is that you see this corruption thing, we need to look at it critically. Very, very. This police matter they've been talking about. Yeah, sometimes when you see some kind of things that the police do, it really doesn't make sense. But the drivers are people who are contributing to this police.
Just like your voters are contributing to what you are doing.
That is what I'm talking about, collective effort. A policeman arrests you as a driver. He's trying to process you to court. You say, let's settle this in outside court.
So a voter also arrests you in your house and says, give me money.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you say what? Let's settle it here. Then you give me something.
For my case, it's not arrest.
It's an arrest of some sort. It's a citizen's arrest. It's a house arrest. Listen.
Mine is not an arrest.
What is it?
What is that? Mine is about, it's completely emotional arrest.
If you don't have it,
if you don't have it emotionally, you will be troubled because you know very well that this man that is going back to his village is going to destroy you. So emotionally, you are in trouble. So that is emotional arrest.
And they know. That's why they keep coming every day.
Look, Mr.
Nyindam.
We need to collectively deal with this issue.
Okay.
And some people say, look, we need to put NCCE on its toes to be able to educate the people. And I tell them that it is not that the people don't know. The people know very well.
Educate them yourself. You are there. Educate them. You go there to your constituency once a month at least. Educate them yourself.
I go to my constituency. Yeah, at least you use the word at least. Yeah. Sometimes I go to my constituency twice. What do you want me to tell them?
NCCE can't go. You work for NCCE.
What do you want me to tell them?
That look, guys, I don't have it.
I don't have the money. I will not help you.
Yes, but I can show you how to get your own stuff. Thank you.
Somebody get up in the morning, she's ride a motorbike as early as 5 o'clock. The person, you get up, you peep through your window, you see the people sitting down. You get up, tell all of you guys, I'm sorry.
So do you leave home early?
Which home?
You leave home early.
When I'm in my constituency. Yes. I don't leave home early. I have to solve everybody's problem.
Okay, all right. Let me just come to Mr. Tetechai, who is no longer an MP. Do they still visit you?
Oh yes. They are your constituents. They still like you. They discuss issues with you. So that one, you always have them.
But there's more fire on your successor now. He's getting more of the visits.
Oh, definitely. Since they know that he is now controlling
the resources.
Definitely.
Are you relieved that you're no longer an MP?
Very, very relieved. Very, very relieved. Yeah. But you still perform certain functions.
But does it contribute to the corruption? I mean, do you buy Mr. Nyindam's arguments that the people coming to ask you things is part of the reason why MPs who have to, I don't know, find the resources by whatever means necessary to satisfy them? And
you see,
you may now start doing things that you shouldn't have been doing.
You see, we are talking about corruption. And as he rightly said, corruption is something that is very endemic. It's within our setup because of some of our traditional, the way we do things traditionally.
The thank yous and
so it becomes very difficult to read between the lines what you are doing, whether it is corruption or not. But you see, when you are in public service, you have the people's trust in terms of resources, everything available to you. Now, those resources are resources that should be used to inure to the benefit of the citizenry. So if you use your position to acquire any of these resources illegally, then it becomes corruption. Okay? But the question we need to ask ourselves, those who are outside the category of people that are being surveyed, what role do they also contribute to enhance the corruption that we see? Because I believe that if the pressures are not mounted on the said officials, they will not be corrupt. If private institutions will not influence what they do, corruption will not be there. But you see, as a country, corruption is becoming rife because the sanction regime is not effective. Because if you have systems in place that will check how public officials do things in terms of sanctions, I believe that the corruption, the level of corruption that we see will go down. But some of these surveys are also perception. Yes, most of the surveys that are being done are perception, corruption perception index.
Let me give you some perceptions. 6% of the people surveyed believe that none of the MPs are corrupt. 53% believe that some are corrupt. 32% believe that most or all are corrupt. So a third of the people surveyed believe that.
Yeah, about 90%. Yeah. No, per what?
Yeah, so a third, so all, some, and then none at all. None at all, just 6%, and the rest is some or all of them.
Do you know
so
why?
94%.
Do you know why? After I take my salary, let's say my salary is 12,000 Ghana cedis, okay? After I take that salary as a member of parliament, within the month, instead of maybe investing that resources on my family, myself, and so what have you, I decide to share those resources with constituents, okay? So the same people, when they take the money, they ask themselves, if this man is able to give me this, another person comes, he gives him. Another person comes, he gives him. Where is he getting the money from?
Tell them.
So, and that is what is influencing the corruption.
Show them your payslip.
Is that okay?
Show them.
That is
Show them your payslip.
Yeah, show them your payslip.
You see, when somebody comes to
like
you,
you show your wife your payslip.
let me tell you something. When somebody comes to you for support, okay, and then out of love, okay, you decide that, oh, have this. He thinks that you have more.
So you come for more.
Exactly. Look, let me give you an example.
Briefly,
recently, yes, we had a meeting, and it was time for members to air their views. Could you believe? An elderly person got up and he said, look, Honorable, when you were a member of parliament, I came to your house for support. My child's school fees, it was 450 Ghana cedis. And instead of you giving me the 450 Ghana cedis, you gave me only 200.
Yes.
Do you know what happened?
No.
The members, the way they jumped on him, that look, you alone, 200. On that very morning, he took 200 from his pocket and gave it to you. And you are today standing here saying that only 200 Ghana. You see, and that is the perception.
Mentality, okay.
Because they know how much we get. So he thinks he alone should get all what he wants from you.
Okay.
It's mandatory.
So this thing is going to continue for a while because the situation, unless there's a drastic change, unless the MP starts saying, look, we don't have it, and disappointing and risk disappointing the electorate, nothing much is going to change. But gentlemen, I wish I could spend some more time with you and get more stories. Maybe I'll come to your office and we'll have a one-on-one chat.
That'll be fine. But the media will also have to
Yes, and I'll speak to a former MP and just compare the experience.
When we're sitting down there, that was just exactly what we're talking about. And I'm so happy for him because now he can sleep.
He's free, eh?
Oh,
you can't sleep.
No, the situation is not the same now. I'm telling you.
The Honorable Matthew Nyindam is a member of parliament for the cool people of Pandai in the northern region. He's also the deputy majority chief whip. Where's your whip, by the way?
Normally I use it in parliament.
And the Honourable Theophilus Tuchai, former Member of Parliament for Ablekuma Central. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your Farmers Day. Are you going to be on the farm tomorrow?
Sure, we have to go. In it.
And
From
we
here.
need to use this opportunity to thank our farmers.
We are thanking the farmers.
Yeah.
Watch out for a very special show tomorrow on GH Today on Farmers Day. But for now, we've got an interesting conversation on HIV/AIDS. Is this still a big deal in Ghana? And what are we doing as we count down to World AIDS Day, which is tomorrow? Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
It's the Bambini Fun Fair, Kitty Booms and Kitty Bums. Bambini Show presents the biggest official kids party ever to hit Accra. The Bambini Fun Fair. Kids, pick yourself up, dust your shoes off for 2nd December. It is going to be the best you've ever had.
We are going to win. We'll do better more than other schools.
You can't afford to miss our bouncy castle, face painting, horse riding, and other fun games in stock to entertain you. There will be a dancing competition, fashion show, rap battle, poetry recital, choreography, talent hunt, and many more. Rate 45 Ghana cedis per child. Mummies, daddies, aunties, uncles, it is free for you all. Bambini Fun Fair is proudly brought to you by
Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
Nappy snacks, jet.
Yummy instant noodles for us.
Each place, our utmost priority.
It's Big Goal, the new big thing.
and powered by Boss Media Production.
One big stage, over 40,000 fans. The lights, the sound, and the cheers. It's more than music. It's an experience. More than a concert. It's a gathering of stars. Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Samini, Ebony, Fancy Gadam, Gift Yourself, Kitty, Wami Eugene, Lil Wayne, DJ Viroski, DJ Lord, and DJ Mono live in concert. Say you love me. The venue, the Ghana Post GPS GA 1118662. Download the app and locate the venue. That's GA 1118662. 1st December 2017. Come experience music like you've never been before for a cool 10 Ghana cedis only. The gate open from 6 p.m. sharp. As concert is powered by Star 103.5 FM with support from Storm Energy Drink, Power Pa. Expert Savings and Loans, Ghana Post GPS, Accra City Hotel, Capital Limited, with media partners Live FM, GH1 TV, Ago TV, Kasapa FM, Daily Heritage, Ago FM, Ultimate FM, Ebusia FM, and Empire FM. The S Concert, Neon Edition, a night with the real stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Energy Media Group and GP Business Associates proudly presents the first ever Ghana Energy Awards. Under the auspices of the World Energy Council Ghana and the Ministry of Energy, the Labadi Beach Hotel will play host to Ghana's energy sector heroes on the 30th of November 2017 for a celebration of an outstanding year in the energy sector under the theme Energy for National Development, 60 years and beyond. For tickets and sponsorship, call 0244 44 3786. Our proud partners are the Energy Commission, Petroleum Commission of Ghana, National Petroleum Authority, the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Association of Oil Marketing Companies, and COPEC Ghana. This event is sponsored by Ghana Gas, Frimps Oil, and Japan Motors. It's also powered by Energy Ghana Magazine and validated by EY. The Ghana Energy Awards, redefining excellence.
Everybody.
Saswabo, Sasso Sasso, Sikumen Tonton Preko. Sasso Sasso, Sikumen Tonton Preko. Edwana Dwami Nebuseshe, Yahakasia, Malaria, Minyame Pone, Sasso Spray. Every mosquito start to run away. Tonton preko, sasso sasso, mi se kumen tonton preko. Tonton preko, sasso kum tonton preko. Na ni shamne die demonstronko.
Bronya. Freddy's Corner. Yasa babyum. Bronya obia se Freddy's Corner. Edientia. Yeah, Chenyoma. I mean free instant gift. Nyawuya so be where Freddy's Corner shop bia wa Ghana ha baby. What try do Freddy's Corner bronya we a? Obenya chede bi to say wine, mackerel, biscuits, and in your man would be.
Wow, Freddy's Corner, thank you. Freddy's Corner, me that say.
Nyawuya so be where Freddy's Corner shop bia wa Ghana ha baby. Na do mobile phone, with laptop, or printer, and also PlayStation. Not do instant gift. Wow, to Mikako Freddy's Corner. Not what do watch it. Freddy's Corner, your home of authentic mobile phone and accessories.
Head office, Kokomlimli, any city light, ne DNMShe. Fre 020-7937-323.
One big stage, over 40,000 fans. The lights, the sound, and the cheers. It's more than music. It's an experience. More than a concert. It's a gathering of stars. Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Samini, Ebony, Fancy Gadam, Gift Yourself, Kitty, Kwame Eugene, Lil Wayne, DJ Viroski, DJ Lord, and DJ Mono live in concert.
Say you love me.
The venue, the Ghana Post GPS GA 1118662. Download the app and locate the venue. That's GA 1118662. 1st December 2017. Come experience music like you've never been before for a cool 10 Ghana cities only. The gate open from 6 p.m. sharp. S Concert is powered by Star 103.5 FM with support from Storm Energy Drink, Power Papa, Expert Savings and Loans, Ghana Post GPS, Accra City Hotel, Hotel Limited, with media partners Live FM, GH1 TV, Ago TV, Kasapa FM, Daily Heritage, Ago FM, Ultimate FM, Ebusia FM, and Empire FM. The S Concert Neon Edition, a night with the real stars.
Jamie, therefore, ma yawo hui brings you. Na fe yim so mo kwan.
Say the therefore say no. What aroma? Manento nana say. Insu asem de mo ha na okra ye ba no. Ye de insu ba.
Adai. Se waba efie. Wa say yen ma mo nsuo nom no. Wo so di nsuo ba. Any say.
Nana eti amra.
Therefore, yesre wo. Nsuo we eye ahemfu nsuo a ye de afa mfidie mu. Asone so aye ne kroji. A Free Kingdom Beverages Limited. King's Drinking Water.
Bye man. Nsuo na de.
Edampa.
King's Drinking Water. Any na King's Drinking Water.
Ahifusio de.
If I could walk to the stars, I would bring them all to
A story about love and betrayal. A man vows to avenge his brother after his gruesome murder.
Why are you saying that? My brother killed himself because of a woman.
Who is this woman?
What's the name of the so-called pretty one?
His revenge at birth by his mother's rival and left to survive amidst anger, hatred, and resentment.
Huh?
No, Mom, please, no.
So that you think very carefully about what you'd be doing, you brat, huh? You should know by now that my priority in this house is your sister.
I feel I don't deserve happiness. And I do feel very guilty because I don't have my daughter with me.
When love comes her way, does this love stay or does it betray her?
I don't want you to be the woman.
Timeless Love, showing every Monday to Friday at 7:30 p.m.
For the pretty one.
Timeless Love is proudly brought to you by
Angel Jumbo Mosquito Coil. Wada, no wada.
Indomie Instant Noodles, Gino, My Dear Rice, Amalina Children's Haven, Uber Spaghetti, and Fritol.
Over. Say for the say, who use over the phone cash and a top creditor? Sales purpose are used the same time. The here say, with the body phone cash, but our credit no. Let's send with text message, code room, the code room, money pen room, Munina Benya credit.
Say there, with the Vodafone cash at a creditor, what to miss on the star credit in money pen room, a used to count home.
So we have about star 135 star. Now with the code national, no more hash. Alabai, whether for kicking, I do depend so, but you so say godly Vodafone Zoya Dawai. Mira, why did you so?
The future is exciting. Ready?
Three minutes to 8 o'clock, and this is GHToday. We're live on DSTV channel 361, on GoTV 179, and you can find us streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Let me bring you some great news from Vodafone, who are telling us and reminding us that the world of business is fast-paced, digitally driven, and ever-changing. And if you want to sustain and grow your business in this environment, you need solutions to the questions that will give your business exactly what it needs to thrive and prosper. And this is where Vodafone Ready Business Test comes in. It shows you exactly where your business stands. It's the state of affairs of your business, provides expert advice on how you can transform your business using technology. Let Vodafone help you take your business to the next level. Visit vodafone.com.gh/business and click on How Ready Are You to take the free test now. Or you can call Vodafone on 0800 10,000. Simple. 0800 10,000 or 030-233-4040. The future is exciting. Ready? Vodafone, proud to bring you a very special edition of Healthy You. Stay with us.
Healthy You, proudly brought to you by Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow.
So tomorrow is World AIDS Day. In 2015, global leaders signed up to the Sustainable Development Goals, and the aim was to increase universal health coverage by 2030, which is 13 years from now. The universal health coverage framework now lies at the center of all health programs. Now, to complement the Global World AIDS Day 2017 campaign, which promotes the theme Right to Health, the World Health Organization is highlighting the need for all 36.7 million people living with HIV and those who are vulnerable and affected by the epidemic to reach the goal of universal health coverage. Under the slogan, Everybody Counts, the WHO is advocating for access to safe, effective, quality, and affordable medicines, including medicines, diagnostics, and other health commodities, as well as healthcare services for all people, not just some in need, while also ensuring that they are protected against financial risks. The WHO, World Health Organization, is hoping to achieve these 5 key targets under the universal health coverage. Leave no one behind. HIV, tuberculosis, and hepatitis services are all integrated. So these are high-quality services which are available for those living with HIV. People living with HIV have access to affordable care, and the HIV response is robust and leads to stronger health systems. Okay, so on that note, we'd like to bring the conversation down to the micro level and speak to those, someone who is directly concerned with the issues that I've raised so far. I have with me Sapongma, who I'll be having a conversation with about how she's living with HIV AIDS, and we will also be speaking with Gifty Male, who is a programs manager at West Africa AIDS Foundation. Welcome to Healthy You. I'm going to kick off with you first, Sapongma. It's good to have you here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I asked a question on Twitter before I came here. Is HIV AIDS still a big deal in Ghana? And a lot of people are responding saying, yes, it's a big deal. No, medications are there, it's free. So basically you can manage it like any other disease. Let me speak to you. Is it a big deal to you, the virus that you live with? Is it a big deal?
For me, it's not a big deal because I'm on ARVs for 14 years now. And my viral load is now undetectable for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
So I'm healthy and strong, living with the virus, but doesn't mean I'm HIV negative. I'm still HIV positive, but I'm still healthy and strong.
Okay, so the ARVs are antiretroviral drugs. That's the drugs that you take every day to deal with the virus. And the viral load is what? When you say viral load, what are you talking about?
The viral load is a lab that we use to count the number of the HIV virus in the person living with HIV bloodstream. So that is the viral load count system.
Okay, let's take it back. You say you've been living with HIV for 14 years now.
It's 19 years.
For 19 years now. So
I've been on ARVs for 14 years.
ARVs for 14 years. So for 5 years you were not on ARVs.
Yes.
Let's go back 19 years.
99.
1999. Yeah. How did you know that you had the virus?
Yes. I married to my late husband. He has passed away in 2003. So it was through him that I got to know my HIV status. He got infected 2001 at Confanochi Hospital, where he was diagnosed as TB. Tuberculosis. He got tuberculosis, and through tuberculosis they did the HIV test and they found out that he's HIV positive. So he was on admission, and because there was no treatment for HIV, he was only on TB treatments. So 2003 he passed away December, and that time I had 2 cases with him, but because there was no medication, all my kids also passed away, and I had 1 miscarriage also, because there was no treatment at that time. So,
did your husband tell you that he was HIV positive?
No, my husband did not tell me. It was through the nurses that helped me to know my HIV status, because he was in coma. He couldn't talk. So it was through the nurses that called me also to come and do my test and know my status.
But were you feeling ill prior to knowing your status?
No, please. I never fall sick one day.
Okay.
But that time I was very skinny. I've lost a lot of weight, and I don't have appetite to eat, but I don't have any skin rashes. I'm healthy. I can walk. I can do anything on my own. I was not sick.
And just to get it clear, is it that he transmitted the virus to you through sexual activity or through a blood transfusion, or what was it?
Yes, because we are married couples, we have sex, unprotected sex. And one can get HIV through unprotected sex, through blood transfusion, and then from mother to child. And the other one is the sharing of sharp objects. This is the main model of getting HIV.
Okay, so he passed the virus on to you, and then you passed it on to your children, and your 2 children passed away. Yes. How old were they when they died?
One was 2 months, and the other one was 1 week, 2 weeks. Because I was breastfeeding them. And when a mother is having HIV in the blood, the breast milk also contains a lot of HIV virus. So when you breastfeed your baby, you infect the baby that you are breastfeeding. So it is true that the baby also gets infected and they also pass away.
When the children passed away, was your husband alive back then?
Yes.
He was still alive?
He was still alive.
And but you said he was in a coma, so he couldn't have told you anything.
Yes, yes.
Do you feel responsible for passing the virus on to your children?
No. That time, I've not done the test, so I've never known my status. So it was since then that he passed away that the nurses also called me to come. They didn't do the test at first. It was then that he passed away that they do the test for me, and I found out that I'm also positive.
So all the time he was in hospital, what did you think was wrong with him?
They only told me that he is TB client. He has TB, so they are treating TB for him. And that time, treating TB is like you don't have to bring the person home because it's airborne disease, and if you live with the person having the TB, you can also be infected. So they admit him at the hospital, and I was in the home. So I used to go and visit him every day. Yes.
Take us to the day where your test result came in. I mean, how was the news broken to you?
That day was a very bad day for me because I never knew anything about HIV. So it was like a dream that I was dreaming. So when I walk out of the hospital, any person that I meet, I will ask the person, what's the difference between when we say you are positive and negative, what's the difference? Because I never knew anything of positive and negative. So I keep on asking people, and one nurse directed me to a place where persons living with HIV have association. So I went and joined the association.
This is how soon after you were declared that you were tested positive?
It was just within that month.
Were you counseled before you were broken the news? I mean, how did they tell, who told you the news?
I passed through VCT center. But
Voluntary
that time,
counseling and testing?
Yes, please. That time there was no strong counseling then. They only tell me to eat well. Anything that I want to eat, I have to eat it well.
No, just take it back. I mean, before they told you, I mean, did they give you the paper and say, you are positive? I mean, what were the words? Can you remember the words the person said?
They only took my blood sample on a test kit, and they asked me to look at how it reads. So I was watching how it reads, and they didn't do any pre-test counsel for me. So I just don't know whatever that is going on. And they didn't tell me we are doing HIV test for you. They only did the test without my consent. So when the results come out, they tell me your results is positive, so you have to go and see the matron in charge. I went to the matron's room, and the matron started asking me questions. Have you slept outside your husband? Do you know what's wrong with your husband? I said no. Everything she asked me, I said no. So it was then that she told me that the lab we did for you is HIV test and your results is positive. That's all.
What were your emotions when you got that news?
It was like a dream. I don't know what to do else because I don't know whom I'm going to disclose this thing to. And I even don't know, and I don't understand the meaning of HIV positive and HIV negative. So I went further asking people questions. What's the difference between when we say someone is HIV positive? I never knew the difference.
Who is the first person you told about your status?
The first person I told my status is the security man at the hospital.
On the same day?
Yes, on the same day. I
Why?
asked him.
You wanted to know what it was all about?
Yes, because I don't understand the whole issue. So I asked him, and he also directed me to the reception to go and ask the receptionist.
So you were going around asking people questions?
I was going around.
Who's the first family person you disclosed your status to?
My family person I disclosed to is my father. I called my father and told him that this is the results of my husband's sickness, that my husband was having HIV and at the same time TB. So I'm also HIV positive.
This is how long after you got the news? How long did it take before you told your father?
It was a day before my disclosure. Yes.
And what was your father's reaction?
My father told me to calm down. I will be okay. He would take me to a proper doctor to see me through. I will be okay. So that's all he told me, because that time my husband was at mortuary. So they never know what to tell me. And he told me not to tell anybody, that after the burial, he will come for me and he will send me to see a proper doctor. So I confide in my father that he is the person that can only help me out.
How did your life change after the burial and then after you have told your father? What kind of changes did you make to your life?
The changes came from where I joined the support group, the persons living with HIV support group. That is where I got a lot of support. Most of the people there have education. They took them to training, so they always educate us on how to live positively. So I managed myself to live positively, and that time we have NGOs who also support persons living with HIV. When it comes to financial and medication, they give us immune booster to help us to sustain our life to live longer. So that was what we was on at that time.
You said you've been on the ARVs, the antiretrovirals, for the past 14 years, but you were diagnosed 19 years ago. Yes. What happened in those 5 years?
Those 5 years, I was in immune booster. I was taking immune booster from Dr. Prekun at Kumasi.
Was it helpful?
Yes, that sustained me till 2004, where I started taking the antiretroviral.
Beyond your father, I mean, who else knew about your status?
My husband.
Okay, you remarried?
Yes, I remarried, and I have 3 kids with him. I told him my status. The first day he told me he's in love with me, I told him my status. And he also told me that one of his brother also has this virus outside Ghana. So he wants to get in contact with me so that I can help him also to get better. So the brother also came to Ghana here, and I took him to the hospital, and he also get better, and he went back to wherever that he was working.
Now, clear up the confusion for someone who is watching, because we know that HIV is sexually transmitted. Now you say you got married, and you have kids now with your husband, 3 kids.
Yes.
Did you have sex with your husband?
Yes. I have sex with him. And before an infected person can get a baby with the husband, there are some processes that the mother should pass through. You have to see your doctor with your husband, for the doctor to check your viral load and your CD4, making sure that your viral load is undetectable and your CD4 is up to 700 before the doctor can give you the go-ahead to have unprotected sex and have baby. Get pregnant and have baby.
So basically you check those
labs
figures, and then green light.
Yes.
You went and had sex.
Yes.
Wasn't your husband worried?
No.
Is he HIV positive?
No, he's negative, and he's still negative. The time that we want to have babies, the doctor educates us on how we can have sex without using condoms, and how my husband also will not get infected. And when a person living with HIV viral load is undetectable, it's less to reinfect the person that is having sex with to infect the person.
Now, so that you got pregnant, had the babies, and we know that HIV is transmissible through the breast milk. So were you feeding your babies formula?
Yes. No, I did breastfeeding.
Did you have to also go for another test again to make sure that your viral load was low? I mean, how did you breastfeed them without them? Do they have the virus, by the way?
No.
So how did that happen?
Negative.
How did that happen?
The thing is, when you are pregnant, there is a program called PMCTC program that the doctor will put you through. And through that program, we will educate the mother on how you take care of yourself and your baby. You will not clean the baby's mouth whilst you are breastfeeding. And then when you give birth, we will give you a prophylaxis to give it to the baby for 6 weeks, so that when we are breastfeeding, the baby will not be infected. And when you are up to 1 year, you stop breastfeeding. And then you bring the baby to do another lab on when the baby is 1.5 years, so that you check the test and see whether the baby is also having the virus or she's not having.
It almost thinks that you need a lot of research just to have sex and then to feed your baby, but thank God everything is okay. I want to bring in Gifty Anyele Dede Mali, who is Programs Manager at West Africa AIDS Foundation. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yes, and so listening to Sapoma's story, is this a rare success story, or it's quite common?
Actually, it's quite common. You have a lot of discordant couples. For my facility, we have a lot of discordant.
So one is HIV positive, the other is negative.
The other is negative. We have 98% PMTCT success rate.
What is a PMTCT? So many
prevention
acronyms.
of mother-to-child transmission of HIV. What I mean by 98% success rate is out of, let's say, 100 pregnant women sent to our facility for us to put on treatment and make sure that by the time the baby is 1.5 years old, that baby is HIV negative. We are 98 out of 100 successful. The 2% usually comes when the pregnant woman that visits us is already far along in pregnancy, and you can't really help much with the probability of infection. Yes, but as she said, as long as you're taking your treatment, if you reach viral suppression, we have what we call undetectable equals transmittable. If I'm undetectable in viral load, my chances of infecting my partner is close to 0%.
Listening to Sapoma, you need to be checking a lot of things to make sure that you keep your viral load low and you don't transmit the virus to your partner.
Yes.
I'm thinking about those who don't have the level of education she has. It will be very hard for them to follow all these things, won't it?
It is.
The rural areas of Ghana, the less developed areas of Ghana.
Actually, it's one of the reasons why the model of hope system was instituted by NAPLAS Ghana and NACP some years back, where you have persons living with HIV using themselves as examples to help educate new clients. The information is difficult to come to assess for, as you said, people living in rural areas and all that. But if you have people who have lived through it, who can tell you what to look out for, where to go when you need help, it becomes easier to assess the information.
So I asked that question, is HIV/AIDS a big deal in Ghana? I mean, coming from the West Africa AIDS Foundation, what would be your response to that question?
I would say the virus itself is not a big deal, but the stigma attached to the virus is a big deal.
Let me talk about stigma. Sapoma, have you suffered? What kind of stigma have you suffered, if any, with your status as someone living with HIV?
Yes, when my late husband passed away, his family threw me out of the house because I don't have child with him, and that I will infect them if I live in the same house with them.
How did they know that you were HIV positive
Yes.
by then? Who told them?
My husband told the nurse that he wrote on the paper to the nurse that the nurse should tell the junior brother outside Ghana to inform the family that this is the situation that is going on. So they should not allow me to stay in the house with them.
Is it that he thought that you gave him the disease?
He thought I will infect them when I stay in the same house with them. So they gave me, that time, 2003, they gave me 500 Ghana cedis to go and look for a room so that I can stay there alone. So it was very terrible. Because
so where did you stay? Where did you stay?
I stay with one of the clients, yes. She also has the HIV virus. The husband is negative, and she accommodated me at his room to stay for about 3 months, and just to support me to, prepare myself well so that I can live alone. Because that time, the stigma was so high.
Were you working?
No.
You weren't working?
I was not working. And even getting the food to eat was a big problem.
So how are you eating?
I eat from her. They feed me, they clothe me, they do everything for me. Because I panic to blow the news to my mother or to the extended family. So my father also bring money, send money through her to take me to hospital so that the doctor who is taking care of her can also help me out. My father was old by then. He was 75 plus. So he can't come to Kumasi to take me to. So I told him to give my friend money so that I can go with him, with her, the doctor who is taking care of her. So it is true that my friend, that I got healthy, and then he helped me to get a room for myself. And I stayed in the room not less than 5 months, and I met my husband, and we were married again, and I moved to Accra here.
We're going to open the phone lines for those of you who are living with the virus, HIV virus, and you can talk to us about stereotypes and stigmatization, or if you know somebody who is living with it, how the person is being treated. We want to share some experiences here. Back to you, Sapoma. If your father had treated you otherwise, if he had rejected you, if he had blamed you for the virus, what do you think would have happened to you when you told him?
I would have passed away a long time. Because when my husband passed away, I thought the next month I will also die. That is what the counselor told me. Within 3 months, I will also die. So I should eat any food that I like to eat.
The counselor told you would die in 3 months.
I have to eat good meat. I have to drink whatever I want to drink. That is the counseling she gave me. That very soon I will also die because there is no treatment, there is no medication for persons living with HIV.
And in those times, there was no access to ARVs, right?
Yes.
But now, how much are you paying every day for ARVs?
It's free.
It's free of charge?
Yes.
How many medicines do you take a day?
I take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
If you miss the evening one, what happens?
I never take it. I'll take it the next day.
Okay. Have you gone a day or 2 without taking your medicines at all?
No, because I know ARVs is my strength. So I always take, I don't miss a pill.
How do you remind yourself to take your medicine?
I have a pill box, and that pill box serves as a reminder for me. And I have a timer on my phone. So anytime I hear the tone, it serves as a reminder for me.
What times do you take your medicines?
I take it 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening.
So you took one today? You took your 2 today?
No, I've not taken it because I'm on.
Because you are here. So yes. When you are gone, you take it. Yes. Gifty. I mean, how can a counselor tell you that you will die in 3 months? I hope the quality of counseling has improved now.
Actually, as I said, in the early days, a lot of us didn't understand what was happening with the virus. There was no treatment, and yes, what they saw was that people who are diagnosed within the shortest possible time were dying of AIDS. Now the situation is different, and it's been really improved. You have ARVs for which you can live your whole life for the next 20, 30. We have clients who are with us for over 30 years, and they are still living their lives, making all the money. Some of them are richer than me. But yes, now the counseling is better. Almost all the facilities or ART centers have counselors, and some facilities have what we call the models of hope, and they are doing a tremendous work.
Sapoma, do you blame your ex-husband for putting you in this, giving you the virus?
Never. Because he himself never know he has the HIV virus. So I never blame him. That is why I always hammer on the blame game. Never blame yourself or blame your partner who you get to know your status from. The blame game should stop so that the stigma also will come down.
Thank you very much, Sapoma, for sharing your story. It's been a real education, and all the very best. Love to your kids and your husband. Gifty, I'll give you the last word. What should we take away from this conversation as we mark World AIDS Day tomorrow?
Thank you. I think what we want to tell everybody is that HIV is there, it's real, but stigma is killing persons living with HIV more than the virus itself. In addition to that, West Africa AIDS Foundation this year is crowning our World AIDS Day celebration with a candlelight vigil to mark the progress Ghana has made when it comes to HIV, and also to mourn the lives we've lost in the past due to lack of education and proper information. This event will be at the Methodist University campus at Dansoman on 1st December between 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And we hope to see all of you there. There'll be free counseling and testing, and you can talk to all our counselors about every question you have when it comes to HIV and treatment.
Sapoma, will you light a candle for your ex-husband?
Yes.
Thank you very much. We're going to end with Angela, beautiful music, dedicated to all of you who are watching the show, and he is on the show tomorrow as concert, Kwame Eugene. Enjoy.
Business hasn't always been like this until I took the Vodafone Ready Business Test. It showed me what I could do to transform my business. I have fast and reliable internet service so I can share my work with people around the world. Sometimes when I travel for shows, I am still able to stay in touch with my staff and customers back home with my affordable mobile bundle. I can also conveniently receive payments through Vodafone Cash. After I took the Ready Business Test, I got tailor-made solutions for business. Now I'm more equipped than others. How ready are you? Visit Vodafone.com.